begin with the freaking it's a performance car that burns fuel.
Do you see me eating mice? Meow!
In the past, Dodge would challenge us in a Challenger. In the future, Dodge would charge her to put the charger on the Charger. This is Rip Roaring Garage. I'm Alex, and we're going to be looking at an interesting channel, interesting video, and debunking some stupid claims and more fakeness. Let's face it, there's so much crap. There's so much fakeness on this freaking platform. And if you're kind of sick of that, join me on Rumble, because I am there too. I'm going to put the link right down there. While you're at it, get yourself the Speedboat t-shirt, Charger and Challenger. Yeah. Let's see. Ideal Media. Why you need to buy a Dodge Challenger before it's too late. Fine. Okay. Sure. You know what? This is the kind of freaking content that's capitalizing on a trend in keywords and buzzwords, because they got 1.13 million subscribers and only 19k views.
For an automotive soundtrack for America, that would be it.
Yeah, I hate these fake patriots. The soundtrack to America, and they always freaking use some freaking fake accent.
Today, we're talking a level of firepower and rage that the car world had never seen before. This is the car that took a 40-year-long hiatus, and yet still had the stones to beat its competitors in the modern age. It answers every question with power! I'm Brad. This is Ideal.
Yeah, because I'm going to listen to that.
Yes, this is why you need a Dodge Challenger before it's too late. Like, subscribe.
It's already too late.
In 1970, the world was a different place. The Beatles had disbanded, the US was knee-deep in the Vietnam conflict, and America was yearning for a distraction. And in Detroit, the big three automakers were gearing up for what would become the unofficial finale of the horsepower wars in the early 1970s.
Continentals
Decided instead of simply facelifting an existing model and throwing in a massive engine.
Facelifting, well, the Mustang was not facelifted. The Camaro was not facelifted. So clearly these guys don't know jack squat about the basics of American automotive industry and history.
Well, they'd come out with a completely new car all its own.
They all came up with new models.
A car that would become a legacy rooted in American spirit, the Dodge Challenger.
And that's the car they choose. Do me a favor. There's going to be a thing here, maybe a link below, whatever. I'm going to put a link to my video about the sham that this car is. How Dodge got the wool pulled over their eyes. They got duped.
A slightly smaller two-seater muscle car that divulged from the swooping whale shape of the Charger, but packed just as big a punch. And while its competition, the Mustang and Camaro were cool cars, it was the Mopar that was the bad boy. It was the rebel.
Charger.
Oh, you could get anywhere from a 340 cubic inch V8 all the way up to a now extremely rare and potent 426 Hemi in those early cars, of which the latter was making a face-melting 425 horse.
What about the 446 pack? How about the straight sixes or the 318s? Why do I do this?
It got ridiculously bigger, like literally massive by the time the 21st century revival of the Challenger came around.
I didn't do that edit. They did.
I mean,
wait, whoa.
In 2008 at the Chicago Boat Show. I mean, well, the auto show.
Speedboat. That's the answer. When everybody makes that stupid joke, it's a boat, then you know what? It's a speedboat, and it's faster than anything you got.
They unveiled the Challenger that we all know and love today. The big honkin' lanyard America machine that express goal is to kill tires. And Dodge saw an opportunity to compete yet again against the American muscle segment that included cars like the Ford Mustang, the Chevy Camaro, and the now deeply departed Pontiac GTO. Rest in peace, King. God, I miss the GTO.
What the?
And while every one of those cars had their respective
diehard
community,
cool.
And while every one of those cars had their respective diehard community, none were as loud.
This guy, you really want me to watch this? Okay.
Crazy as the Mopar folks. Just like the Challengers, they all started parking in their driveways, and their neighbors were thanking them for some nice noises. The Challenger's modern classic styling and raging engines drew so many fans that it reigns probably the most important muscle car of the 21st century. And that's is no small part thanks to the little something that we call the Hellcat. Meow!
What? What did I just watch?
Meow!
Dude. Meow? Really? What are you, freaking anime cat girl? No, only anime cat girls can do that sound effect.
Am I jumping around all nimbly bimly from tree to tree?
No.
Am I drinking milk from a saucer? No. Do you see me eating mice?
Meow!
All right, Meow, where were we?
The Hellcat launched in 2015 as an uncensored red, white, and blue middle finger to the other high horsepower American cars in the segment. While the older Challengers made 376 horsepower and 425 horsepower with the respective 5.7 and 6.1 liter V8s, the Hellcat, well, it took things to another level. Enter the 707 horsepower, 6.2 liter supercharged
Oh, they got
monster.
those. At least they're getting some numbers right.
On fire in the best way possible. And just when cars like the Camaro ZL1 1LE and the Shelby
That's not a
GT500
1LE.
caught up to it, in the
That's not a
power
GT500.
department,
Hey, stock guy, editor guy, get it right.
cooking up another
Why
atomic
is he sitting
bomb.
like this?
The Hellcat based
Why is he sitting like that?
a car capable of 840 horsepower and a production car quarter-mile record of 9.6 freaking seconds. And that's where Dodge finally stopped. Now, I'm just kidding. Just this year, in a decade that was thought to be the age of electric eco-conscious
Okay.
performance,
Eco-conscious.
Dodge, they stabbed right back with this 945 horsepower
You mean 1025? Like it's on Wikipedia or Dodge's website or anywhere you could freaking do the. Okay, let's see how quick it takes. There. Nah, they couldn't be bothered to do that. Ideal Media. Okay, 1.13 million. This is what I'm up against. This is the world we live in. We have failed our kids because we didn't freaking take that belt, that old belt. I'm not even talking about the one on your pants. I'm talking about the serpentine belt. Just take that and just whoop.
massive land missile that seems to borderline illegal in its sheer power. But hey, that's just how Dodge does things.
What was that? What was that?
How Dodge
What was that? Oh,
That is just what makes this car so great, no matter the make and model.
just looking at the pretty pictures.
He cared about a cohesive package with handling and fuel economy and finesse.
It does handle well. You just have to know how to freaking drive a rear-wheel drive car.
Hell no. We're just gonna throw another 100 horsepower on the table and
Now, granted, yeah, Dodge does have the attitude of just broad, big, you know, and by the way, Ideal Media, you want to come off with a manly roar? Well, I was going to say let your testosterone roam free, but you have to have some.
now that is straight badass. And yet, still, the addition of power never really diminished the driving experience of the Challenger. Because, no, it may not have the track day chops of something like a GT500 or even a ZL1, but you can dial them into being really great canyon cars as well.
What the hell is that? I have to look at little details to entertain me a little, not entertain me, distract me. This guy is very grating.
Modern Challengers have multi-link front and rear suspension that, though
As opposed to what? Freaking Jeep Cherokee from 96? Jeez, they act like that's like some sort of shocking thing.
it will allow you to tame the car and get it to move its hips through a windy road no problem. It's not a scalp,
That's a V6 all-wheel drive one, which is fun in the snow, but
it's a sledgehammer wrapped in velvet. Now, the interiors of the Challengers used to be very simple and bulky, but they were comfortable like a lazy boy. And in recent years, the higher trim versions have become really friggin' nice. For Dodge standards, at least. I mean, look at this Hellcat red eye interior.
that's
It's
nice.
actually pretty stunning. Step inside, and you're greeted with an array of modern amenities, state-of-the-art infotainment systems, plush leather seating, and enough space to make you forget you're in a car that could outrun basically everything but the gas pump.
Okay, so let me get this. The Challenger has a classic interior. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. It looks good. It fits the overall design. For the 5 people out there that want a big honking screen, go get a Tesla. And the fact that you got analog gauges. I got glasses. I stare at a screen for so many hours a day. Do I really want to stare at another LCD screen? Yeah, I'm an old man, but you know what? Old men are the kind of people that are your clientele. Old men that can still get more tail than this dude or their freaking entire channel and staff together. Oh yeah, and the other thing, the joke about it being a lazy boy sofa. No, that applied to big Cadillacs and Lincolns, the big cars. That was a lazy boy. But, you know, if you're reading a script from Wikipedia, what do you expect? Or maybe he drives a freaking tricycle with the seat removed. And the gas station thing? But it gets old. It gets tiring. Who's your audience? 9-year-olds that, Challenger big, Challenger boat.
The Challenger has its quirks and features like any other car. From the fuel efficiency figures that not even a mother could love, to the potential for rust in older models, what we call character here at Ideal.
And they're trying to make it like, here at Ideal, we call it character, like they have a inside culture. Yeah. You guys have no freaking culture or character or backbone.
What's not quite so ideal with the Challenger?
One of the common
What
issues
was that face? What's that face? It's fake. That's the problem. Oh, here we go. Here we go. There's this guy.
one of the common issues that plagues the Challenger is
And what is...
its power steering system. Creaking, clunking, and hissing noises at low speeds indicates imminent failure
Oh, I thought I had something clunking on the outside.
from stress on the pump. Seeing as it's a Dodge, they probably just sourced the pump from something that was never really meant to move the mass of the Challenger around.
Nope, it's new. It's designed for the Challenger specifically. What did you guys call him?
Master Tech Trav
Master
can tell you
Tech.
what's not.
Clearly he has no idea what the hell he's talking about. There's switches that they use from other models, you know, parts bin stuff. But the steering rack, no, it's specific for the Hellcat.
It's not a huge deal, but something worth taking a close look at. Another issue lies in the transmission department. Countless people have reported their automatic transmissions have really unpleasant and rough downshifts.
Citations, sources, because I've never heard that as being the problem. The issues I've heard, the infotainment system and the backup camera, it's a wiring issue. It frays.
The good news is this is usually a problem with the transmission control module that was just programmed poorly from the factory. And luckily, a recall was issued to reprogram the module.
In 2018, this video came out and 4 days ago. I'm recording on the 18th, so I don't know when this is going to post. Let's see what part number, the Demon Crate PCM. Apparently they had a recall, and that's actually, this is probably just for the PC. This is just for the Demon.
And keep everything running smoothly. So,
Yeah,
check
us
those service
regular
records
mortals.
and make sure you get one that's seen the transmission doctor.
Oh God, man, these guys. I don't know how they do it. Freaking wife's boyfriend just freaking
Or dealer scan tool. Whatever. The electrical
a
system
dealer scan tool. You plug it into the dealership and it tells you if they're going to give you a markup or not.
on these modern Challengers have a few
Yeah, that kind of
like
stuff happens.
shorting out their own infotainment system after disconnecting the battery. They've had quite a few issues over the years. And the totally integrated power control module that controls all sorts of stuff is not the most reliable.
I think it's only called a tip-em. Maybe one of you guys knows. That's like a Chrysler thing. Jeeps have this this kind of module. In fact, one of the problems I have with my Jeep is that you turn the key off, pull it out, and it doesn't turn off for about 5 seconds. A module is expensive, but in the grand scheme of things with these cars, not so bad.
Plus, Challengers sometimes don't like to take fuel. I know, right? Surprising for such a gas guzzler.
Again with the freaking... it's a performance car that burns fuel. Where are all the Lamborghini guys complaining about the, Aventador and Murcielago fuel mileage? No, because they know what the hell they're getting into. I wonder, this is probably made for soccer moms. They want to fantasize they got a muscle car, but they don't want the muscle car responsibilities, like the Brembo brakes and oil changes every 6 months. Well, that's the life what the muscle car is.
The issue is with the evaporative emissions design, as it can repeatedly set off the fuel tank's overfill,
Never had that problem.
making you think it's full when it's really not. The design of the body
In fact, I haven't even seen that problem. Like what, maybe 3 cars had it?
makes it pretty hard to see out of. The blind spot
Nobody that drives a car like this has any problems. Issue is they don't know how to adjust their mirrors. You point them backwards. It's got a huge greenhouse. There's no freaking blind spots in it. But if you drive a freaking Nissan Cube, maybe. So go back to your freaking minivans, Ideal Media.
Lastly, not so much a problem with the cars, but rather their owners. Take off those yellow or pink splitter guards when you buy one from the dealer.
No. In fact, just because it annoys people like that, keep them.
It makes your Challenger look like hot bullshit
It's not even that the guy's passionate about it. I can respect that. This is so fake. It's like, oh, I'm going to take that, whatever. But ultimately, it's their car. They do what they want. Why do they have a problem? Oh, because you want to create like this fake sanitized outrage that is good for the algorithm, and you're going to get all the ads and God, the fakeness on this.
Here is my favorite part. We're going to go ahead and look at the auction market for the Dodge Challenger. This
Auction
is
market.
usually pretty straightforward.
Because they're not for sale on Craigslist or dealership lots. Like what?
The Challenger has two very distinct eras that are all like 40 years apart. We're just going to stick to the modern Challengers for today. So let's do it. Here at the low end is the orange 2010 Challenger RT with the 5.
Okay, so they're picking some random cars for sale. Clearly, they don't know these cars at all. It's not 2 eras. It's 3 eras. You have obviously the 70 to 3, 4, basically the 70s. Then you have the first gen with the 6.1 in it. And then you have the 2015 and up, either the 5.7 Hemi, 6.4 Scat Pack, the Apache engine, or the Hellcats. And, oh yeah, look, a donk.
0.7 liter V8 and an automatic. This can only be described as donk, I think. It has 100K on it, and it sold for a criminally low $7,250.
That's not criminally low. That's high. For that car, it's high. It's got some aftermarket grill, wretched wheels, and I don't know what the mileage they said, but I'm not going to rewind it because...
With a new set of wheels and some TLC, I think this car would go for more, but that's the low-end example that we have right there. And now for the high end, we have a real treat. This is a 43-mile 2018 Dodge SRT Demon with the Demon Crate accessory painted in Dodge's billet silver color.
Why aren't they complaining about the yellow, the bumper strip? The chin spoiler protecting guard. Wow! Why aren't they complaining about the chin guard on this one?
It's got 840 horsepower and a super
Design that catches your eye.
No, it doesn't.
This Demon sold for a whopping $242,000 at Barrett-Jackson, so obviously not your everyman's purchase, but it's still incredible.
It's Barrett-Jackson. You can't go by that as a indication of value.
And for any of those higher powered Hellcats, Red Eyes, or Demons, you can expect to pay anywhere from the high 50s for an older Hellcat to 140 plus for a Demon. But don't worry, a solid early SRT8 will only set you back anywhere between 25 and 35 grand.
No, you can find them for 15. Decent ones, clean ones.
As for the ideal Challenger, well, let's get into how we would spec
Oh, that's
our
their
own
brand,
perfect example.
Ideal.
As much as I would love a Demon or a Demon 170 for that matter, near quadruple figure horsepower numbers is probably a little too much for the missus.
He's the missus. Yeah, if you gotta ask the missus for permission, then I'm sorry, but you're the one that's getting pegged, and she's the one with the strap on.
For an OG Hellcat version with a completely responsible 707 horsepower. The best color is plum crazy, so boom, it's purple now. Obviously, we don't need a single engine mod for right now with the 6.2 liter
For right now, like they're gonna... No, stop it. Stop lying.
behemoth under the hood, but we'd get it tuned anyway. Plus, if you go for the automatic version, you can improve the transmission's behavior even further. Then it's on to some suspension upgrades. Maybe a stiffer sway bar and more dynamic shock and spring setup would do the trick.
You don't even have the car, but you're talking about how you're gonna modify it. Yeah, this is catering to 9-year-olds, 14-year-olds that are building a car in Forza or freaking Need for Speed.
Plus, all Challengers have just a little too much wheel gap from factory for my taste, so lower it down a little bit.
Gusti boom non se discutatum. You don't judge somebody's taste, but this guy, yeah, he's an idiot.
A wheel that's a little lighter and a little more aggressive.
Aggressive, you know, do that. Yeah. That's gonna really intimidate anybody.
Talk about the noise, the symphony.
The noise. That was a little Freudian slip. It's sound, buddy. Sound. Noise is the crap that's coming out of your flesh hole in front of your face.
Thing that the Hellcat really just makes purr. You see, the Hellcat already sounds insane, but a nice Corsa catback exhaust would really let you hear the notes belting from
Yeah,
that
I know
engine.
he's reading stuff like from the forums. Oh, a catback exhaust or mid-muffler delete. You know, that's like the generic stuff. Yeah, it's good, but some people don't mind. I can't even tell the difference. I'm a little deaf, so for me, stock it stays. And a lot of people just like, it ain't worth it.
Ideal Challenger. Wait, come on, guys. Really? Get those things off, please. So, there you
Oh yeah, har.
Dodge Challenger is more than just a set of wheels. It's an embodiment of what makes American cars just so iconic.
Oops.
It's an embodiment of what makes American cars just
Yeah, that's not healthy at all. Did you see that? Yeah, that's that.
American cars just
The
so
wheel just
iconic.
come off?
A glorious blend of power, performance, and unparalleled spirit. Whether you go for the Challenger SXT as an entry point,
The SXT is not the same car. It's cool. It looks great. It's a comfortable car, great mileage, and the all-wheel drive version is, you know, an all-around good, just regular sedan. But you can't put it in the same lump as the freaking Hemis. The Hemis are a different thing. Nobody's really dailying those.
you're making a statement. So, why do you need a Dodge Challenger? Well, because life is just too short to drive boring cars, especially when you could be behind the wheel of a true American hero.
He wants to be behind the true American hero? That sounds like spooning. Why is it that everything with this guy just screams? You know, I don't think he wants to be behind the American hero. I think he wants to be under the American hero. He looks like a power bottom.
The sky is literally the limit. When you choose a Challenger, you choose a brotherhood of enthusiasts. A brotherhood
Yeah, we have a brotherhood. But honestly, you take the cars away, we still have our brotherhood. And this is something this guy just will not, I don't think he'll ever understand. It's
of
beyond him.
muscle, and all that makes it something you absolutely need to
It's fun.
experience. Thank you for watching this episode.
Yeah. And it was obvious how he kicked his head back. That was fake. Yeah. That's real. Oh, why? I wish I could see the downvotes on this thing. It's got 956 likes, 19,000 views. That's pretty dismal if you ask me. Normally I get about, I think, 25% of views. Give me, you know, granted low numbers. But I like to think of it as more that rather than casting a wide net, I'm here for you guys. Every now and again I might do a dumb video like this. Entertainment, fun. We need to have a little fun. The world is going nuts. Everything is on fire. So we gotta laugh. Check out the t-shirts. Got Plum Crazy going on. What did you guys think of this? Please, I'm hoping that none of you guys are subscribed to that kind of stuff, unless it's for research or maybe you're sadistic. And yeah, let me know. Do you want me to do more of these kinds of reviews and call out the hypocrisy and fakeness? I'm not even sure like what else these guys do. 8 extremely fast cars that don't cost a fortune. Okay, so it's basically clickbait. You know, oh look, legs. That's, you know, rookie mistake. I really don't see what the appeal is, but if something does this, your eye will go to it, and that's YouTube. So the loudest, most annoying, probably AI generated scripts or videos, that's going to be the big thing. The way we tackle the next generation is in real life, because you can't, at least for now, you can't replicate a sensation of being in the car, the vibrations, the smells, the sounds. Can't replicate that. And that's how you get the kids. Now, I'm not saying go get some random kid in your car. That's weird. But at car shows, let them sit in, you know, give them, you know, with the parents' permission, obviously, and all that. Or your own kids and your family. Teach them. Get them involved. So I'm Alex. This is Rip Roaring Garage, where oil is thicker than blood. Hand me that like, and I hope you have a rip roaring day. Now that's how you show energy and masculinity at the same time, ideal.
Try again.
Oh, look, a wheel cover. And oof. Oh, God damn, I gotta see that again. I was told that at that mark that this is a car related thing, not a cat, although that thing is a freaking Hellcat. That is a hell beast right there. Evil little. I want to see what it is. Timing gear sprocket. Oh my God, and it. Cats are evil. I'm Alex. This is Rip Roaring Garage, where oil is thicker than blood. I have no idea what was that.